You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's just a little homespun, artisanal podcastery show where two old guys play old games, hence TADPOG. That's what TADPOG stands for. Although everybody thinks it's Tap Dog, but it's TADPOG.
Tap Dog, the famous Broadway tap dancing squad. What are they?
It's like on Facebook, it was like the anime podcast.
The anime podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like a tap dancing, like
There are probably multiple Tap Dogs.
there's probably multiple, but there's only one Tadpog
That's true.
as far
So
as we know.
far.
Yeah. Until we franchise this out.
Yeah, find other T&Ds that we can franchise out to.
Okay, so there's Tap Dog, Crunchbase company profile and funding, Tap Dogs, the official website. Schoolboys everywhere must be growing up saying, I want to be a pilot or a tap dog.
Huh. A Tap Dog.
This is not just tap. This is totally what I was talking about. Look at that graphic of the dude with tap shoes kicking, I guess, snow in our faces.
Yeah. See, I wish it was a Magic the Gathering club. We're the Tap Dogs. I'm going to tap that mana.
Yeah.
And tap this Black Lotus.
There has to be
And tap your girlfriend's ass.
there has to be like a dog artifact that you can tap for colorless mana, right?
So, yeah.
The Tap Dog deck. Yeah, Dean Perry's Tap Dogs. This is not just tap. Experience high voltage, rugged, raw talent in the tap dance phenomenon, which has taken the world by storm. Way better looking site than ours, for sure.
Yeah.
They've got a Twitter account, a Facebook. They've got Insta. They got YouTube. They're beating our ass, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, they're a phenomenon.
Tap Dog. They are a phenomenon. Bloomberg, Tap Dog company profile and news. I don't see the anime.
We got to get that Bloomberg money.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I don't think it's gonna happen.
What?
I mean, I love doing this. I love this show very much, but I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening.
You don't see Michael Bloomberg giving us money?
No, I don't see us ever like being able to offer anybody stock options. Yeah, I just don't think that that's really in the cards. I mean, things would have to be like, we'd have to like definitely, first of all, survive this apocalypse and then have enough people to talk to.
It's true.
We'd have to be part of the restructuring of just how the world works.
We could do that. We can make some kind of weird cult.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, we'll just be the Tap Dogs.
All we need is a 10-foot banner to put in front of a plastic
True.
folding table when they start rebuilding, and we're set.
Hey, come on, you guys. Let's join would you like to join the rebuilding effort?
Hey, who likes eating ass? This table.
So, yeah, like I said, and I almost said Tap Dog, TADPOG.
Maybe they'll let us in the UN.
You're right, our own sovereign.
Yeah.
So right now, we play old games.
We do?
We do, for the most part. But right now, we're playing through...
And we tap in a most unexpected. And raw way.
Yeah.
Every week.
The tapping phenomenon.
That's the only way that I can truly express my thoughts on Super Nintendo games is by the art of tap.
Of tap. So we're playing through all the Super Nintendo games randomly, courtesy of a dark, chaotic god spreadsheet of Dave's creation.
Of our creation. We made the randomizer together.
Well, you made the spreadsheet, then I named it. So I guess sort of.
I just found the tablet that had all the games on it. That's all. I'm the Moses in this story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can be the Jesus. It's fine. I'm good with that.
I'll be the burning bush. You be Moses.
Yeah, no. I mean, the burning bush is totally something different. I got to float down a river. That was cool.
That's true, yeah. So today,
Yeah.
on this episode, this recording, we got an interesting specimen from the randomizer last week, a Super Scope game,
Yeah.
Bazooka Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg. I kept saying Blitzkrieg,
Blitzkrog.
but it's Blitzkrieg. Like
Blitzkrieg.
when I streamed this, I kept saying Blitzkrieg, but that's not the thing. Unless you're just a guy named Craig who loves to tap real fast and real hard and strike.
Speaking of saying things the wrong way,
Yeah.
so last week's episode,
Yeah.
you might have noticed.
On Bronchi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Bronchi the Bronchiosaurus.
You might have noticed that neither of us have asthma, so therefore we are not really qualified to talk about a
No.
dinosaur that has asthma.
So we messed up. I got that ball rolling when I incorrectly remembered Slylock Fox's name.
Right. As something different that we're not going to say
As
because I
something
really don't
different.
want to edit that all out
yeah,
again.
because everybody was like, two people were like, oh, that's a racial slur.
Right.
Oh.
I have never in my life felt more like Michael Scott than in that fucking moment. Because it was like, oh, well, I'll just edit it out. And then as I was editing it out, it was like, I said this like 8 goddamn times. Like, I mean, a lot of times. The only saving grace was that you did say it first. So,
Yep.
so it was
I'm
like,
the one who put that in your head.
I just latched onto it, but I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? Like,
how
we
can
didn't
you
know any
not
better.
talk about Slylock Fox once we bring it up? I mean, all about that Slylock Fox jam.
I just thought it was a good, the fucked up irony of it is, I was like, I just thought it would be a funny callback because it's like Slylock Fox is just not someone that I think about on a day-to-day basis.
What?
And you even remembered he had a mouse friend.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that. So periodically through the episode, I was like, better go back to that Slylock Fox joke. Everyone loves that bit where I'm unintentionally racist
Yep.
for thousands
Melissa
of people
thought
to
it was
hear.
very funny
Yeah,
when I
she
told
knew.
her.
She
Very
knew,
funny.
yeah.
I don't know. I told her. She hadn't listened to the episode. And I told her what happened.
Yeah.
And she was very amused.
Well, I mean, here we
Accidentally
are.
racist.
Here we are. I mean, oops. I felt real bad about it.
Well, we had no way of knowing this racial slur that originated in the Merchant of Venice. So,
Right. Yeah, no, well, first of all, I didn't know that. Second of all, I forgot Slylock Fox's name. You know what? I just was
Yeah.
like, that's his name.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's
Close
it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, do you think it's kind of like, did Slylock Fox get his name from that slur? I realize that he's a fox, and
Yeah.
foxes are sly, and I realize that Sherlock Holmes was a famous fictional detective. Slam those two together, and you got Slylock. But still, it's like that's one letter off. I just don't think that should be allowed. I don't think that should be allowed. I think there needs to be like a board that's like
3-letter minimum.
yeah, it needs to be because it's like, you know what? Sorry, man, you're one letter off. What are you doing?
You're right. 1 letter.
All right, well, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable again, so I'm just gonna back off all this.
So, Bazooka Blitzkrieg. But first, how's your week? How you been?
Not great.
Not great.
Yeah, not too good. The whole Slylock Fox thing, of course.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I've been feeling a little under the weather, which is like
So were the girls when they came back from Silver Dollar City. Yeah.
probably not COVID because it's like congestion, and I'm not running a fever or anything.
Melissa
So,
went and got her rapid 15-minute test earlier to make sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Dennis mentioned, he's like, "Do you think you should get a test?" I was like, "I don't think I got COVID. Like, this is like, I've got congestion. I can feel it all my sinuses, like in my ears, and it's like I'm not running a fever, and I don't really have a cough or anything. I'm not having like any kind of like shortness of breath or any of the symptoms. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait it out and just give it to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wait it out, then vote.
Yeah."
That's fine.
But other than that, I guess it's been okay. Other than that, and the Slylock Fox kerfuffle, it's been okay. It's been okay.
All right.
Did a Blitzkrieg, a Bazooka Blitzkrieg. I did it again.
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg, Slylock Fox's other sidekick. You got the mouse, and then you have Blitzkrieg.
Well, that needs to be your next
Steam name?
Call of Cthulhu character. It's a football player,
named
Blitzkrieg.
Yeah. What's his weapon?
He's like Al Bundy, only he's still, he's like 50. Like, you call me Blitzkrieg is my name in high school.
What's his weapon? A sack? And we published a Patreon episode that we recorded with Ross Rachel Green. So that kind of has happened since the whole Slylock Fox thing.
Yep. Did you like that excellent racial slur? Give us $1, listen to more episodes.
And look, if you listen to that and you were like, I didn't notice anything in there that was like a slur, go back and listen, because I did a really smooth editing job that we always joke about, where it's like, we're just going to cut something in that sounds completely unlike our voices. That's what I did.
Perfect.
8 times or however many.
All the times you said it. Still got the one time I said it. You left it in.
Yeah, totally.
To make sure you didn't say it.
It's like, Tyler's racist, not me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Also, Chris Murray, he hooked me up with like this app called Game Eye. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
It's like for tracking like video game collections.
Okay.
So he told me about it, and he asked if I'd send him the tablet, the sacred randomizer tablet, and we could like get it imported into there, and through like a CSV file. We could. Long story short, we weren't able to do it. He wasn't able to do it. I just sat back and he did things, and it was awesome. And then so he's like, "Well, I don't think it's gonna work." He's like, "Let me message the developers in their Discord and see what they have to say about it." And it's like, really? Wow. And then that afternoon, it's like, here it is. It works now.
Sweet.
I know.
Damn.
Isn't that wild? So it's
ain't science something.
What?
You just talk to him.
So yeah, it's cool. Thanks, Chris, for that, and thanks, Game Eye developers. It's a cool app. I recommend. I mean, there were other apps that Chris mentioned. So like, I was looking at those, and I was like, oh man, these look sweet, but they require subscription. Like, not even just like a flat, like, if you pay $30 and you get it, it's like a monthly thing, and it's like, man, I already pay $7 a month for fucking Office. You know what I mean? It's like, and like fucking Adobe Creative Cloud and all that. It's like, I don't know. I think I'll just stick with the spreadsheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Game Eye, it's good.
All right. Sweet. I didn't mention about the deer that Melissa and I hit last week.
Yeah, you told me after recording.
Like, oh, damn. The deer.
The deer.
Which was like, I mean, if we had delayed somewhere else like 3 more seconds, it would have hit Brady Jr.'s new car. Like, it was just happened to jump out between the 2 cars onto the van, and it was just like, it looked like, have you seen that video of it's like a Russian dash cam where a guy is trying to fake an injury, and like the driver stops short, and the guy in front of the car just sort of leans over into it like he still did get hurt, and the dash cam catches it.
He flops. He does the football flop.
It looks like this deer just like, flop. Like, it didn't do much damage, even though its antlers, I swear they're made out of Lego bricks, because they just went all over the
just
van.
Shatter. You hit an old deer.
I was like, we're probably okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They turned into Legos after 100 years.
You hit an old dehydrated deer. That was manufactured in Finland or wherever Legos come from.
Or wherever deer come from. They migrated from Finland.
They can have them back if they want them.
You're rats with hooves.
Yeah, if they don't want them, they can still have them
They're
back.
Melissa's favorite food.
I mean, venison's tasty.
She was a little sad for a second, and she's like, yeah, you can't even claim that one. You killed it, but you can't even go get it.
Why?
I guess we could have.
Because you didn't hit it in Kentucky?
Yeah, it's true. We hit in Illinois, so I don't know the deer, but I don't know the rule.
I'm pretty sure if you hit a deer...
If we hit a deer with our car, can it cross state lines? No. No.
I'm pretty sure if you hit a deer here with your car, it's yours.
That's Obama's deer. Sorry.
You gotta send that deer to Chicago in a guitar case.
Yeah. Yes, that you have to personally get it signed by Rahm Emanuel, and then you can take it back. So then when we got home, like, oh, it didn't hit the van very hard. And then whenever we got home to get out, Melissa's like, oh, can't open my door. So I got out, and like it had hit just the front quarter panel just perfectly to wedge in and keep that door shut, shatter the light, and then put like a bunch of little indentations in the hood. But it was just like, man, we're really glad that wasn't Anna's new car. That would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have sucked real bad. Do you think she would have been disappointed?
No, she'd probably been like, buy me another one. No, she would have been devastated.
Yeah, of course.
But it's been a big week. She got braces put on today.
She got braces put on today?
Yep.
How's she feel about that?
She's happy she has them. She's wanted to get her teeth straightened for a while.
Yep.
So she's like, yeah, I realize how it looks. I don't think it looks good, but I'm happy I have them, and now I will have straight teeth.
There you go.
So
that's a good attitude to have. How long they got to be on?
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went.
Did you
and
put them
signed
on
some
yourself, or?
Yeah, I was like, sit down. All right. Pretty sure this has a lot to do with rubber bands. So my I've got some guitar string. I'm gonna rubber band all your teeth together.
I could do this. I've seen braces before.
Something like the little sponges. I'm gonna cut up this sponge, rubber band it to your teeth, put some paper clips in here, braces.
Ta-da.
Saved us $5,000.
Is that how much? Is that how much braces
Roughly,
are?
yeah.
So they cost about a roof.
Yeah, but like it's broken down in like super easy payments. I was like, yeah, okay, that's no
cool.
problem. Let's do them all.
Super easy payments.
Yeah.
QVC braces.
What's the Mitch Hedberg? It was 30 easy payments and one fucking hard ass payment.
I miss Mitch Hedberg.
Me too. I'm so glad we got to see him before he passed.
Yeah, me too.
It's very, very happy. Even though I ruined it by just sitting there writing his jokes so I could make better MSN sign-in names when I got home.
You only ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I was there watching you really enjoy it. I mean, Lord knows I'm still on MSN Messenger every night.
Well, who is it?
I got my
Who is it? Every night I go to bed and I'm like, I lay down next to Nikki and I'm just like, ugh, I could be talking to anybody on MSN right now.
But God, I'm fucking Man, I wonder what Tyler's sign-in name is.
I bet it's the Faux Newman.
I bet it's the same thing it was for like 3 years. Silence came back in, filling in jagged spaces from the Gunslinger.
Well, I got to read The Gunslinger one of these days.
It's good.
I got to read about a dude slinging guns.
It's all good. There's one really weird part where he puts a gun in a vagina, but otherwise it's a very good book.
That does seem like a weird thing to include.
He threatens a woman putting his gun in her vagina.
Does she ask him to?
No, I guess that's why it's threatening.
Yeah. I guess that's why I don't want to read that.
I remember, God, I was a freshman in college when I read it.
Yeah.
And I remember just laying in bed in mine and Jacob's first apartment, just reading The Gunslinger and just being like, what the fuck is this?
What?
Okay, it's all badass. Like Roland's awesome. He's in this town. He's trying to figure out what's going on. And there's this enormous preacher lady in the house, and he just goes in there and he just shoves his gun in his vagina.
In there? Not like at it.
I don't know if she says she's pregnant. So the best way to threaten a pregnant lady is this is direct. It's the closest I get to this baby, put my gun in your vagina.
When did Stephen King write this?
He was also very, very young. This is one of his early book by Stephen King.
Because that does seem like something like a teenager would write. I'm going to shoot the baby. The best way to the baby is go arm deep.
Yeah. Same way it went in. I'm going in there too. So I feel like he wrote it when he was very, very young. And then I remember 2 years after that, he rewrote it to change some things up. Did he leave that part in? He made it. I remember it wasn't as graphic or weird, but there was a similar one in it.
Yeah.
So. And then it's like, oh, there's a kid from modern day New York. What is going on with this book? All right, I'm in. I'm going to read all of them.
I've heard it's very good. Yeah. And this is the first time I've ever heard
really
about the gun in the vagina.
Gun vagina? Yeah.
Although I have heard about, like women, like prisoners, like smuggling things, like weapons in. through the vajayjay.
Nature's pocket, yeah.
Nature's pocket, yeah.
Nature's bag of holding.
Right. We got the wallet. They got the pocket.
Yep.
We got the money clip. They got the bag of holding.
They got the bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's okay though.
Yeah,
with the deer?
everyone's good.
Okay.
Everyone's good.
That baby didn't get shot in the book?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, that's good.
No. That might have been too much. Too much.
Might have been. Yeah, might have been.
I mean, there are those two like demonic rape scenes, but still like a bit much.
Stephen King was really into hentai at the time.
And guns. He's basically John Turley at that time.
he read a Trigun Dojin and was like, I can write a book. I got this. I wrote and ran a Morkborg session on Saturday.
Yeah,
another
please.
reason
I want to hear about that.
I'm super exhausted because it's like I didn't plan my weekend out well because it was like record a Patreon episode on Friday, start editing that night. The next day, I was like, oh shit, I've had a month to write a Morkborg session and I got a lot of ideas up here. But I haven't written a lot of those ideas down. And as it turns out, a lot of times in games, you need numbers and stuff. Like, I mean, trust me, you know me, and you know that I've certainly run games before where it's like, everyone make a perception. Who got the highest? All right, you see this. All right, make an attack roll. That's pretty high. Yeah, you hit.
Yep, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. But then inevitably, some's always...
Oh, they're hitting him too hard. He pulls out a shield.
There's another one. Another one shows up.
An owlbear comes out of the woods.
It's the Shredder fight from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. There's 5 of them now. So I assigned some numbers to some things, and that took a lot of Saturday, and then ran that on Saturday. It went really well. It was a lot of fun. Great group. And then Sunday... finished editing the Patreon episode, streamed Blitzkrieg, Bazooka Blitzkrieg, and then went to work, and then here we are.
Yeah, all right. Pretty good weekend.
Pretty
Too busy,
weekend.
but good
very
weekend.
Very busy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Wednesday off. Wednesday's my birthday. I'm taking Wednesday off.
Okay.
And probably just gonna. I might stream Tuesday night. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, I haven't put a lot of time into Hades, and I really like that game. And it's like, man,
That'd be a good one.
if I don't finish
That'd
it
be a good
soon,
one.
you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be, I might never finish it kind of
Yeah.
deal, because something else will come along, and it'll be like, all right, time to move on.
Yeah,
So
I get it. I understand. So all the Melissa and the kids, and then her parents, they went to Branson. They wanted to
Branson,
go. They wanted to go
Missouri.
Because Melissa's dad was just like, "Hey, you guys want to go to Florida?" Like just out of the blue.
No, Branson. Okay.
Pretty much. It's like, no, to the COVID nest. No. How about Gatlinburg? You can try. Okay, Gatlinburg's full. Where else you want to go? Well, we can try Branson. They went. Silver Dollar City. They had a great time. All the coasters and
What is
all the rides.
I don't know that I've ever been to Branson. If I've been to Branson, I was a young child.
See, I thought it was just like for old people, just a lot of shows and
Yeah, me too.
Apparently, it's not. It's like a full theme park, like Six Flags style. Like Silver Dollar City's great. They had a wonderful
Really?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed it was like conservative Christian Las Vegas. Is kind of what I thought it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't been. I guess we should go.
Yeah.
Patreon goal, once COVID's over, we'll go to Silver Dollar City.
She said they were actually like they had a lot of attendance enforcing strict enforcement of masks.
Yeah.
All the rides were half capacity, completely sanitized after every trip around. Like,
Yeah.
she's pretty impressed with how they were managing it. So we go anytime.
Yeah, let's go now.
Okay, see ya.
I'm off Wednesday. What are you doing Wednesday?
Oh, I'm taking off for your birthday.
All right,
Let's do it.
live Twitch stream. Tyler and Dave in Branson, Missouri.
Branson.
How far of a drive is that? We can do this.
It's like 5 hours.
Fuck, man, we only leave Tuesday night. No family, guys only.
It's a bro weekend.
Bro Wednesday.
Bro. When Bros Day.
Do you remember how you learned to spell Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. I remember distinctly.
Odin's Day, yes.
Yeah. I remember distinctly being like NES's in there. That's how I'm gonna marry my Nintendo Entertainment System. Wednesday. That's it.
Okay.
All the rest of them are pretty easy.
My dad gouged out one of my eyes, maybe hung me upside down from a tree until I could spell Wednesday correctly.
Yeah.
And I gained the wisdom to do that.
Right?
Yeah. It's pretty good Tropicana pineapple mango juice.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
But then in black underneath pineapple mango is drink with other natural flavors. Okay.
Okay. So not juice.
So no, just bug grindings. So
It reminds me of Dave Chappelle. What is juice?
I was gonna say. So while they were gone, I couldn't just suddenly take off work like that without no notice.
Was it just you?
They were all happened to be off for fall break.
Yeah.
So and then that also coincides with food service week, and we're down a manager at work, so it's like
What is
I
food?
can't go.
What is food service week?
Basically the week where all the food service employees get meals and just they're celebrated for their work.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so
like
it's a
food
good
service
thing.
appreciation
It's not
week.
like it's not like a you have to work harder thing.
No, I'm working harder to make sure that they're appreciated.
I guess. Good morning. Hey, Susan, do you know you're appreciated? Good.
Good. Here's a donut. All right.
Who here does not feel appreciated?
All right, pizzas. All right, come on. All right.
Bring on the pizzas.
But like Casey made, we had like a fair day for them, so he made a bunch of corn dogs,
Did you have like a little
a
goldfish?
sundae bar, funnel cakes.
Where you throw ping pong balls into the goldfish?
Yeah, you want a 2-liter? Come on,
Yeah.
throw your rings. But it was a scam, so nobody won.
Of course, it's
they
a
did
scam.
not feel appreciated.
Look, it's not fun unless you're scamming them. It's the Carney Creed.
But that was a busy week, and then once the weekend hit, it was like, all right, I'm going to clean this house and do a bunch of projects that I have neglected for the last several years.
Oh,
Because I mentioned like the anniversary box.
by
like,
clean
last
house,
week.
you mean fire a lot of employees that you appreciate?
Clean house.
Do you feel appreciated?
All right, we're going to cut to the real quick for who I do not appreciate.
You. Goodbye.
Unappreciated.
It's like the lottery.
Yeah.
The short story.
Yeah. All right. Pull out folded pieces of paper. So I actually hung up those anniversary shadow boxes. So I had 3 years running that were not hung up. I was would lean against various walls for the last 3 years. So
That's like everything in my house, essentially. Just one day this will go on the wall right here. But
I bet I'll eat it here so I'll remember. Right here's where I
now
want
it's just
it.
going to be on the floor right in front of where I want it. Yep. And you know what? I'm going to change the art in that thing.
But when everyone got home, they were very, like, Melissa's like, oh my God, this is great. It's like, yeah, awesome. I haven't seen you in 5 days. Let's have some really good sex right now.
I haven't seen you in 5 days and I hung 3 things. That's fun.
You're sick? It's okay.
Even better. I have strange proclivities. That's probably a thing, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's got to be a thing.
That's got to be a thing.
Got to be a thing.
Like if I were to especially now, right, with the plague
What
and
would
everything.
you call it? Bug chasers? Let's just Google that and see what that is.
Well, I mean like sniffles. Like what happens if you go to Orange YouTube and type in sniffles?
All right. I'm trying to think of what a sniffle bait. I don't know. We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we got this. Come on. We got this. We got at least I got like an hour and 30 minutes if you want. We can figure it out.
We can figure it out. Bazooka Blitzkrieg. It's a game.
It's all right. It's okay.
You want to go ahead and knock that out of the park? Go ahead and get that done.
I can't promise you that we'll knock it out of the park, but we can talk about it.
We will.
Wow.
We'll make some swings at it and just see what happens.
Are you ready for the fucking best podcast about Bazooka Blitzkrieg you've ever heard in your life?
I don't know. Are there many others?
Don't know. Didn't look for them. There's 2 reviews on YouTube that we talked about.
That's true. And I feel like we could do better.
I do feel like we can do better because SNES Drunk hasn't done it yet.
All right, yeah.
So we got to get in there.
Well, do you hear that, Dave?
I do hear that. It sounds like the sniffles of a very, very sexy young man or woman.
Yep,
Doesn't matter. As long as they're
BB.
sick, I'm fucking there.
Yep, BB.
Which, of course, ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Giant Bomb, because this game does not have a Wikipedia entry.
Wow.
It is not a link at
Owen
all.
Wilson style. Wow.
Wow. It is not not a link. Not a red link, just not a link. It's just a word, 2 words that are italicized.
All right.
Grim found that listed on Italian Wikipedia, but I like Giant Bomb.
Wikipedia.
You have to say it like
Yeah,
with
you
your,
got to use your pasta bending hand.
Yeah, how do you describe that? You make a cup with your hands.
It's like if you were to try to one-handed milk a cow.
A tiny cow.
A very tiny cow.
So this is Dave Reads from GiantBomb.com. Bazooka Blitzkrieg is an on-rails first-person shooter for the Super Nintendo and one of the few games to support the Super Scope peripheral.
Yeah, one of few games, yeah.
Oh, I'm happy to report that Revolution X no longer listed on Wikipedia under the Super Scope for compatible games.
I'm glad we ended that.
We had nothing to do with it, I don't think. Or maybe we did.
We did.
Yeah, the Wikipedia editor was like, what? But there's another mystery that we have to solve, and that is the Cheyenne's Revenge.
Yeah, you're right.
Kunai throwing Super Nintendo game.
Can you do it?
Can it be? I wish we'd have left the Super Scope hooked up. We could test it right now.
That's true.
We could make history on this podcast.
See, yeah.
See, we didn't knock this out of the park at all.
No, we ruined it.
It's also the first Super Scope game not to be developed by Nintendo themselves or one of its subsidiary studios.
Okay. That makes sense.
The game is a standard. Once again, we're talking about Bazooka Blitzkrieg. It's a standard on-rail shooter. The screen scrolls automatically while targets pop up for the player to shoot with the Super Scope. The game has a sci-fi theme with many cyborg aggressors. Many cyborg aggressors. But
I'd say they're more humans that are made because they're robots trying to be human.
They're foot soldiers.
They're Cylons.
Essentially, they are Cylons.
They are Cylons.
Literally named Cylons. Do they look like Cylons from Battlestar Galactica?
The like 70s Battlestar Galactica, those Cylons look like who's like the metal shredder from Turtles?
Shredder.
The robot is it Chrome Dome?
Oh man, I don't remember.
I think it's Chrome Dome because there's Mecha Turtles, one of the robots. I think
Right.
it's Chrome
I remember
Dome. It's
Mecha
like,
Turtle, but
they look like robot shredders.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't worry.
Good.
Does Robot Shredder? Does he have a visor kind of deal?
Yeah. Or like they have one LED light that goes side to side. I'm not super familiar with it. You just see some in the 2000s Battlestar Galactica, which in there, Cylons they're indistinguishable from humans. That's part of the thing because you don't ever know who a Cylon is.
I know that from the board game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is weird that they called the robots in this game Cylons.
Cylons, yep.
It seems like a lawsuit or something could have happened, right? If someone really
I
cared.
think it's just spelled differently. Is the
Does that? I mean, does that count? Like where it's like, dude, I came up with a great
those
idea.
are Cylons with a C. These are Cylons with an S. Totally different.
I came up with a great idea just now. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That totally exists already. No, this is spelled different.
Turtles with a Z.
Oh,
They're
okay.
even more teenager and more mutant.
All right. Yeah, that'll hold up in court. So Chrome Dome. Well, yeah, I wasn't familiar with him. Is this? He looks like Transformer Shredder, where he's like white with. Here, I'll throw my phone at you. You can see that, right?
Oh, he looked like that, only he was Chrome. The toy I had. Yeah.
But you're right, Chrome Dome, Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I didn't know that. Continuing on, the player can switch from rapid but weak machine gun fire to a powerful charge shot, similarly to Battle Clash, which we've talked about already on a previous episode of the show. The game has the far plainer title of, would you like to guess what this game is called in Japan? You already know it's plainer.
Bazooka.
Destructive. Because they didn't care about it.
I don't blame him.
Japan just didn't care about the Super Scope, so sure. What do you want to name this game? Destructive? All right. They wrote it in kanji and Sharpie marker.
Bad robots.
What? A J.J. Abrams production? For the Super Nintendo?
It's robots with a Z.
You spelled it different.
Yeah.
Like most Super Scope games, its release, and it's, you know what? We're joking about all that, but you know, like the whole like green Jello thing, where they're like, yeah, we're not green Jello, we're green. We got like umlauts and shit now. It's still pronounced green Jello, but we're not.
There's dots above it.
We're green jelly.
Well, just like there's that that frozen pizza is like DiGiorno pizza and wings, but it's wings with a Z. It's with a Y and a Z, WYNGZ.
Because they're not like real chicken or something? Or
yeah, so that's how they get away with it. Pizza and wangs.
Wangs? Pizza and wangs.
I don't know. They won't tell me.
The cauliflower.
What is it? Just eat the fucking thing.
I just want the pizza. Eat the wangs.
Eat the wangs.
The Buffalo Wild Wings has like cauliflower wings. They're
really?
Good. Yeah, they're good. I told my sister about it because she's vegan. I was like, "Have you had the cauliflower wings from Buffalo Wild Wings?" By the way, I'm a total convert to B-dubs, I believe they call it, because I was like a Wingstop boy, a good Christian Wingstop boy, and then I looked at Buffalo Wild Wings menu and I was like, "Oh my god, they have like a lot more flavors." Because Wingstop, I just got tired of like the 5 flavors at Wingstop.
You want cold or hot?
Hot. It's gonna be like the same heat every time I order it, right? Yeah. When I go into your restaurant, everyone's gonna be wearing a mask, right? Yeah, around our chins. Is that cool?
We get cold chins here in Wingstop.
So yeah, man, I'm totally now like we got.
Well, I guess Chet covers. He has his mask up, but his nose is poking out. So you know.
Yeah, his nose is not cold. Old hot nose Chet.
Hot nose. We all hot. Cold chins and hot noses. Wingstop.
But I'm happy to report that Buffalo Wild Wings, way better. Way better.
Yeah.
And it's like, I never tried it because one person once told me that it was not good. And what I learned is never trust anybody.
Yeah, or the YouTubers who told me like expert mode novice in Bazooka Blitzkrieg. That's like the same thing. It's the same thing.
And it's not. Because I was watching you play it and I was like, dude, what difficulty is this on?
Because I died a lot on the first level.
You were struggling on the first level. I was like, what difficulty is this on? You were like, expert. And okay, badass. Your first time playing the game, you're like, expert.
All right, little Billy badass.
Which is, I think it's hilarious.
But Dave, I heard that it is not as hard. I heard it is the same. But on this boat, I get the ending. And it is the same.
It is true. You only get the ending on expert.
I hate that shit.
I know you do. I don't like it either, but I'm okay with there being different endings. You know what I mean? Like, sure, maybe you get like an S rank ending if you beat it on expert, the highest difficulty, where it's like, oh, there's a sprite change, you know, where it's like, oh, Samus,
She's in a bikini.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that. This will work for me for a couple years.
All I got to do is 45 minutes from now, I'm going to be coming.
I wonder if she has the sniffles.
See, I'm going to go ahead and put a little snot bubble on the screen right here. So when she pops up, she's got a cold.
Man, I wonder what kind of space viruses she has.
Oh, fuck.
See, I thought that the Cylons in this game, speaking of Samus, I thought they looked like Samus in her suit, but just different colors. Because,
Yeah, not a lot of enemy variety in this game at all.
there's not. You can either fight the Cylons or helicopters.
Sometimes the Cylons are on motorcycles.
Little speeder bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like in the turbo tunnel. Like they escaped out of the turbo tunnel into this game.
And the most variety, I guess, is in the bosses.
Yeah. And there aren't many bosses. In Novice, there are 4 stages that you play through.
Yep.
Actually, I think it's 3. And then in Pro, there's 5. And then in Expert, I don't know. Because Pro was hard. I think that Pro was, I got to the last, Pro was okay difficulty until the last stage where it just fucking spiked and was just okay, you're not going to beat this game. It's impossible. I was on the last stage for, I think, an hour and a half.
From what? Because, we played through all of Novice, while you came over a little early and we knocked it out.
Yeah.
And because then in my research, it was just at one point you just have to memorize and shoot the spot where they're going to appear if you want to beat the higher difficulties.
Pretty much. And that's how it was in the last stage of Pro, which I did finally get through.
Yeah.
But it took a while. I felt like the other stages weren't so bad to sight read, but that last stage was very much I just got to play it, I guess, and then remember where all the power-ups are, remember which of the 4 flavors of Cylons that you've got, red, yellow, green, or blue, actually stop and shoot you versus the ones that just keep running by.
Will run, and then different because you've got your shield power-up, your bomb power-up, shield power-up, bomb, screen clear.
Yeah.
Shield, temporary invincibility. I don't know, because whenever I get a shield, the shield and the bomb, you can't collect them and use them when you want. It's whenever you
shoot it
on that scrolling screen,
you use it.
And most of the time, oh, good shield. No enemies are spawning.
Yeah, and it's time based. It's not damage based. I do wish that it was okay, you got the shield power up. It's going to absorb X amount of damage and then disappear. Because then it's rewarding you for playing well, right? If you shoot enemies quick, it's I got my shield still. But it's on a time limit instead.
And it's fucking bullshit.
So
and they plan around
away.
you'd only get one enemy while it's up. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The bombs kind of planned around. There's a bomb here. Okay, 4 enemies at once. Better shoot that bomb. Okay, do you do that? Good. Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was?
I do.
Because that was nothing.
I do
but
feel
there
better.
You go.
I do feel better.
And then what? A missile where you get more missiles.
Right. You refills your missiles, which missiles you fire by hitting
Which they say charge shot on giant bomb. I just thought they were missiles, but
yeah, it's not a charge shot. It's
you don't hold it. Yeah.
Right. It's not like Battle Clash where you're rapidly pressing the button you're making her feel real good. In this game,
you don't fire slowly at first and then go faster.
Right. Let me listen.
And then once you're killing the boss real good, you maintain exactly that speed and go no faster.
Let me listen to the Super Scope and see how it's feeling.
Super Scope's a little dry. Hold on.
Yeah, this is gonna.
Right,
What if I open the battery cover? Let's play with the spring a little bit.
I've got some rear batteries to go ahead and put in the back of the Super Scope. Will this help the fire button?
Oh shit! It turned off.
What? I lost the battery? Shit!
6 batteries. How are we gonna get those?
All right,
out?
I gotta go to the Nintendo repair shop. But let's not really admit what we did to the Nintendo repairman.
Yeah, it's not a charge shot like in Battle Clash. It is just a button on the Super Scope, the cursor button to fire a missile. And then the game doesn't work. The machine gun won't fire unless you have the switch on the Super Scope turned to turbo because there's off, on, and turbo. And when I first started playing, it was just on because I don't know what turbo does. You know what I mean? Like some controllers, it does something, and different games, it does different shit. So it's like, but when it was on, it was like, this isn't working. Does it have to be on turbo? Yes, it does. Just like Turbo Teen.
Just like it has to be on.
You flip it, the switch, the super cool turns into a car. And then you drive away to buy a Genesis.
Because this game, it kind of felt like somebody was just like, hey, look, I made a little fun little thing for the Super Scope. Okay, we'll make that into a game. Finish it by next week.
It does feel like that. It feels like a generic shooting gallery game.
Yep. Or like a tech demo. Like I would have expected this to have been on Super Scope 6.
Well, it is a Super Scope game.
Yeah.
And they all do feel like tech demos.
Yeah. Except for Battle Clash and
even those are
Falcon's Revenge.
short. Those are great experiences, but they're all short. We beat them sitting here.
And they got to be short, man, because I don't know. I can't imagine you stream this.
I did. I
held that up for 3 hours.
And by the time it was over, it was like, man, I bet if I put some weights on the Super Scope, that I could have some real nice shoulders in a year.
It's like Matt Damon in Dogma, like talking about raining down sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah. Man, it's harder than playing soccer. Have you ever held the Super Scope for 3 hours?
I need to rewatch Dogma. It's been a minute.
Oh man, so fucking good.
It is good. It's one of Kevin Smith's best movies.
Yeah,
it's one of them. I don't know if it is my favorite.
It is the one I continually still appreciate. Like for me, it's the one that is standing the test of time the best.
Yeah, and it is also interesting because it is the one that is great that has like Hollywood actors in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like Chris Rock and Salma Hayek, and I mean Janine Garofalo, and
yep,
the
Alanis Morissette,
yeah. So yeah, and I feel like that's. I mean, I like Kevin Smith a lot. I love him as a podcaster. But as far as like movies go, and I enjoy a lot of his movies too. But as far as like the that is his best, most mainstream movie. I feel like that he's made.
Yeah, not starring Bruce Willis.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, Cop Out, I don't even count because it's like he didn't write it. You know what I mean? He just directed that, and to me, it's not a Kevin Smith movie unless he wrote and directed it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true.
Because I mean, I don't know if anyone could have saved Cop Out. You know?
No.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's not good.
All right. Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it's not good. I think that Bazooka Blitzkrieg is better, and I agree with you. I do think that it does kind of feel like a tech demo because it is very generic feeling. Most of the enemies are palette swaps, and it's very simple. It scrolls slowly, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. And I think I liked it because it's like I have yet to play a game like this on the Super Nintendo. I've played other Super Scope games, but they haven't been like Operation Wolf. You know?
Yeah.
That's the kind of game that this is. It's like I remember like playing Operation Wolf at like the 7-Eleven before they got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't love it, but it's like it's a video game.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's the late 80s and I got a couple quarters and fuck, I don't want to go home and I have to read books. So I don't. Yeah,
Goosebumps will be a thing for like 2 more years.
I don't like books. They put guns and vaginas there. So I don't know. Even like Yoshi's Safari doesn't feel like this game. Like to me, this felt like an arcade game, and that's what I liked about it. It not an exceptional arcade game, but it gave
better
me
than Revolution X.
If Revolution X was Super Scope compatible, I think Revolution X would be a better game
I agree with that.
than this game, than Bazooka Blitzkrieg. But it doesn't support the Super Scope, so fuck Revolution X.
Yeah.
Revolution X is in the arcade is better than, Bazooka Blitzkrieg, but it's like that's apples and oranges. You got an arcade game and you got a home console game.
That's apples and arcade cabinets.
Right, yeah. Just doesn't work. So I liked it. I thought that it was a fun novelty that was a
Fun novelty is a good way to explain it.
yeah, because that's what I enjoyed
Fun
about
novelty
it.
is pretty much what the Super Scope is, but
A novelty is what the Super Scope
Yeah.
is. Sometimes it's fun.
yeah.
Like in Battle Clash and Metal Combat. Like, yeah, I think those are really fun games. But even those are, I mean, you're right. Even those are novelties because it's like, wow, this is a new experience on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah, I'm not going to have like a shitty day at work, like get home, eat something, lay on the couch. Yeah, man, I'm just going to wind down with some Super Scope. You know, that's still, it's just, you're never going to do that. Even in its heyday, you're not going to do that. So,
yeah, it's not a relaxing experience.
no.
But I also think it could be argued that like at the time when the Super Nintendo was out, I mean, that wasn't really targeted to people who were getting home and getting, you know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
like definitely like kids. Like the Super Nintendo was like targeted at kids. The Genesis was like older kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't really think it got to like adults until us kids grew up.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
right.
Microsoft was like, hey, kids, how do you do, fellow kids?
Hey, kids, here's a PlayStation. Barrett says, damn.
Right.
Oh, it's adults.
Well, see, even the PlayStation, I don't feel like was like, I'm sure, like, I feel like maybe it got there, but to me, like, the Xbox was the one that I remember adults talking about. Like, adults being like, and by adults, I
Eat
mean,
that crunchy chicken Fable.
right? So, I don't know.
I don't know, adult. What do you enjoy doing in Fable? Divorcing my wives. It's the most evil thing you can do in the game.
I didn't like the first Fable,
I never played it.
but see, maybe I didn't like it
Played the
because,
shit out of Fable 2.
right, I played Fable 2 and loved it, and then went back and played Fable, and I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
And then I
Fable
tried
2.
playing Fable 3 after I was
Same.
like, yeah, Fable 2, man, that was fucking great.
Same.
Fable 3, oh, I feel like I have to, before I can do anything, I have to max out my relationship with everybody that I see, and this is just not fun, but I feel like I have to do
Have
this.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I think Fable 2 was, for me, the sweet spot.
Yep.
I feel like we're in the minority in that opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I think a lot of people like Fable 3. But I'm a Fable 2 guy.
Yep.
I like my Super Mario Brothers 2. I like my Fable 2. You like
Joe
your
and
Zelda
Mac
2?
Yeah, dude, I really, really like Zelda 2.
I know. We haven't really talked about the story of Bazooka Blitzkrieg, and for good reason. You're not really given one. I looked for the instruction manual for the game, could not find it, but I did find the box of the game.
Okay.
And the back of the box gives a little bit of insight into what the fuck is going on in this game, other than you just shooting robots and helicopters. It reads, Cylon Inc.'s mainframe was on the blink. There could be no other explanation.
To the humans, it was raising quite a stink.
Don't you think? There could be no other explanation. Initial speculation suggested a rogue computer virus planted by industrial terrorists. But whatever the cause, the results were devastating. The city had been overrun by thousands of Cylon's top secret XT-7 cyborg commando fighting machines. These computer-operated soldier robots were the latest advance in battlefield technology, virtually indestructible.
And 1,000 of them ruined the world.
Yeah. Well, hold on. It says next line, virtually indestructible. So, when they're virtually indestructible, little goes a long
Sure,
way.
even though our one guy just dead.
We got-
dead.
It's Bazooka Blitzkrieg, of course.
Ah, okay. I'm Bazooka Blitzkrieg. Eat sack. You kill him.
You do get to see what you look like at the end of the game because have you seen this?
Yeah.
Because you look like you're a ninja holding a super scope. And you're not even holding it menacingly. He's just like holding it.
You're like a sleeveless Ryu Habasa holding a
Right.
super scope.
Totally.
You're a deviant art page.
Essentially. Over at it was developed by a company that I never heard. We'll get to
a 9-year-old named Trevor.
Let's see.
No, if Larry the Cable Guy was a ninja who's going to save the world.
The robots, the Cylons, were designed so our country's brave young men and women would never have to die in battle again. But men...
So whoever has the best robots wins the world.
But men and women, Tyler, were dying. Innocent civilians and children were being terrorized by these senseless, cold-blooded, metallic monsters. There was just one hope.
So they didn't say they were being killed. They were just being terrorized.
Well,
they're being really scary.
Some fates are worse than death, Tyler.
Okay, that's true.
Armed only with the Super NES Super Scope, you must fight your way into Cylon Inc.'s computer complex and vaporize the malfunctioning mainframe. That's what it's all about. You're just trying to destroy the mainframe.
Which I saw as a floating Terminator head.
Yeah, at least on Pro it is. It's like Terminator, take the skin off, the synthetic skin.
So I saw an expert, like if you beat an expert, Terminator head, and then he has a second form, which is a slightly different looking Terminator head, and then you beat expert.
I don't know if there are any more extra levels on expert or not, because I barely.
I don't think there are. I think there are only 2. That's just
okay. So there's 5 total stages.
I believe so.
Pretty short game, but like that last stage, that 5th stage.
Otherwise,
is a fucking
you'd have
doozy.
to like pause it and change your batteries, because like you almost went through a set of batteries while you were streaming.
Yeah, I changed the set out just because it kind of like the way the Super Scope kind of works is like it'll still, when the battery's low, it'll still work, but it's like becomes unresponsive. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of like, I guess it's like when your gas is really low in your car and it's like, I can get to the gas station. You're right. And then you just coast
I
in.
can save humanity as a sleepless ninja.
Right.
That's fine.
I got this. Trevor believes in me.
Trevor.
The other bosses.
You're a green Sonic the Hedgehog with a eye patch and a big dick and a super scope.
OC, do not steal.
Trevor the Hedgehog.
I feel like the game fucked up because like there is a stage which is essentially like you're riding like an elevator up the whole way, I guess, to the mainframe.
Yeah.
And it's like there are like these unpainted steel beams and stuff, and it looks very much like an arcade game I'm familiar with called Donkey Kong. But when you get to the top, you fight what looks like the exosuit from Aliens. Meanwhile, in another stage, you fight a Robo-Kong. And it's like, why did you not put the Robo-Kong on the construction level? You idiots!
You're right.
You fucked up, man.
And why didn't the mainframe just turn the elevator off?
Who knows, man? Who knows how elevators work?
Just
I can't tell you.
Magnets, I don't know.
Butter knives? I don't know. There is a tank that's been repurposed by just putting like a mech body on top of it. There is that. And a lot of the stages are very similar.
Airship that just has some turrets on it and then some green lights. You play whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
That was real bad.
It kind of looked like, you know, the first Avengers movie where like, I guess those like Tesseract worms or whatever the fuck are coming out of like, they kind of look kind of like one of those, but like just real stiff. Like if one of those accidentally fucked the turtle blimp and had a baby.
Accidentally?
Right. Well, it was an accident. It was an accident. Look, if you get caught fucking the turtle blimp, you don't own up to it.
It's so full of
How does this stay afloat?
Man,
do not ask.
I wanted that toy as a kid so badly. That fucking mother, father, buy me the blimp.
I had the blimp.
It's pretty badass.
Didn't have the Technodrome, but had the blimp.
Technodrome, yeah, that's for the Richie Riches to have the Technodrome.
Technodrome was like what, $75 or something like that?
Oh, damn, yeah. Back then, that's like a $400.
Yeah.
That's a PS5.
I had the party wagon.
I had the party wagon, yeah.
Then that was like if you had the party wagon, that's really all you needed.
Yeah.
Truly.
And the turtles.
And well, no.
Just the party wagon.
Yeah, see, the turtles died and their spirits are inside the party wagon.
Oh, okay. All right.
These are the things that you come up with as a child when your parents are like,
I'm rationalizing poverty.
right? when you're like, I would like a Batman toy, and then for Christmas you get Bob the Goon, and you're like, all right, I got to work real hard on this one, but I'll make it work. I'm sorry, son. They were out of literally every other Batman toy.
When did you go? Yesterday?
I'm sorry. Hey, excuse me, sir. Do you have any Batman toys? You can go through this big stack of Bob the Goons if you want. Bob the Goons ain't moving like they used to.
The only thing that would have made that better is if you would have gotten 4 of them. There are 4 turtles. Here are 4 Bob the Goons.
4 Bob the Goons. There, a lot of times the turtles.
4 Bob's Goon.
I remember. I never voted for him when he ran for office. Bob's Goon.
Bob's Goon.
Let's see. What else about this stupid game that I actually enjoyed? The graphics are kind of generic.
I didn't mention the poison power up. I started went off on the
power down
with the life. Yeah, basically life up, bomb, shield, and then poison, which basically like drops you to a quarter of your life,
or kills you,
if you are
under that threshold,
or less than 75% health.
Yeah,
and they're set up almost like traps. You can very easily get them.
See, and I like this game, but it's like when you talk about shooting like the poison, I think, well, at least you don't get asked a question about diabetes when you shoot it. Like, that's what the randomizer has done to me.
Yeah, at least I'm not getting quizzed about diseases I don't have.
At least I didn't have to, like, breathe hard.
Bazooka Health Heroes presents Bazooka Blitzkrieg.
Man, if Health Heroes would have had a Super Scope game.
It's about SARS.
I've looked for new Super Scope games. I've looked for like on ROM hack sites for like do they exist? I have not been able to find any. I thought for sure they would, but it turns out I don't think anyone gives a shit.
No.
Weirdly.
Strangely enough.
I don't know, man. I don't know why I like the Super Scope so much. I like it.
I like it too. It's a fun novelty.
It's a fun novelty. Exactly. There's also the life power up where you can gain life back.
Yep. Not as much as the poison takes from you, but
yeah. Yeah, don't get the poison. And they'll totally try to trick you to get the poison. Like there's a segment like on that elevator stage where it's like you're shooting Cylons while like 3 poison power downs are like floating in front of them. And it's just like, oh my God.
Are you going to get hit by their guns? Or are you going to shoot that poison?
Right.
This is an allegory for life.
It requires precision, for sure. The game was developed by, and I need help pronouncing this because I don't know how to pronounce it. It was by TOSE. Tose? Tose?
I mean, I guess reading that, I would have said Tose.
Okay. Yeah, me too. But I always like...
Tose?
Ever since like when I watched Naruto for the first time and I was like, oh man, he really wants to be the Hokage.
that Naruto wants to be the Hokage.
Real bad. They are, well, actually, Tyler.
Dada Bayo.
I have a question for you. TOS Software, where are they now? The developer of Bazooka Blitzkrieg.
Defunct.
They...
Pump up the jam, pump up the defunct.
They were founded in 1979.
Wow.
And they currently exist.
Wow.
And they have a website and everything. They are known as the Ghost developer or Ninja developer in that they help other developers make games and insist on not taking any credit. That's like their reputation. So they've worked on games, according to Giant Bomb.
So we don't know, like, I heard they worked on Chrono Trigger. Well, we don't know.
Games developed: Animal Crossing, New Horizons, WarioWare Gold, Splatoon 2.
I did hear about Splatoon.
So I don't know. I don't know what they did on these games, but they contributed to these games. And it's like, if they have a good corporate relationship with Nintendo, that explains why they might be, and they don't want credit.
Okay.
Kind of explains why Nintendo might be like, yeah, these guys.
Yeah. Nintendo did this,
Yeah, these are our guys.
Yeah.
But it's like, who knows what they contributed? Like, they might have just done like localization stuff, or who knows, But
Got him coffee.
yeah, but hey, they're still in business. They're paying the bills, apparently.
It's true.
Yeah, they're known for, let's see, they're a Japanese electronics and technology development firm, specializing predominantly in outsourced work from other development companies in both Japan and overseas. Although it is only officially credited on a handful of games, most notably all of the Game & Watch Gallery games, as well as the Starfy franchise, which is its own creation. I never heard of Starfy.
Slovakian Star Fox.
Ah, right, I got you. Or it's Stir Fry Simulator in space.
Your
Starfy.
It's the scene where Jet Black is frying his peppers.
Right.
Starfy.
Still no beef. Apparently Starfy is like I don't know, maybe it's Japanese only.
Oh, do you have any achievements for this game?
I have a couple that came in from Twitch chat. I've got the first one comes in from past master Damien. Now he's a Time Lord. Bazooka Blitzkrieg. In order to unlock Bazooka Blitzkrieg, sorry, I said Craig again. Blitzkrieg, different than Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg.
I don't know why I keep saying Craig.
It's your next character, dude. I'm telling you,
it has to be. It's going to be weird to play a football player in Civil War.
Yeah.
Can he be a time traveler?
Fell through a portal,
right?
Yeah, dude.
Can Merlin kidnapped him and he fell off the bus on his way to medieval England and wound up in the Civil War.
Blitzkrieg, you are now Antietam, Craig.
Bazooka Blitzkrieg. In order to unlock Bazooka Blitzkrieg, have a better video game experience by putting the Super Scope in your no-no hole.
Ooh. It's adventurous.
Chivo number 2.
It does have that wedged end. You could slowly increase your bravery over time.
Yeah, there was an asterisk because Grim sent us the box Super Scope.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely says do not insert anally.
Orally, fine.
It's okay.
Practice. We want that.
Vaginally,
Sure.
Preferred.
So the turbo's buttons for.
Next achievement comes in from Usurper Grim, although Bongo Yoda had a similar achievement with the same name, and that is Donkey Punch. In order to unlock Donkey Punch, die from Robo Donkey Kong shooting his fist into your face, which is pretty much how Robo Kong attacks. He's got Rocket Punch. And then he also opens his mouth, which I guess bullets come out of that. It's hard to tell when bullets are being shot at you in this game.
Yeah, it just flashes a light.
Yeah, sometimes.
Or you just see your health going down for no reason.
Right. Yeah. But again, I did like this game, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Next achievement comes in from, have you heard of this guy before? Choctaw?
Choctaw Man?
I guess.
Right. Choctaw Man.
Choctaw Man. The name of this achievement is
Choctaw Cat?
Choctaw. Yeah, Choctaw Cat? Sounds right.
Choctaw Dog.
I'll wait.
Choctaw Dog.
The achievement.
There's your new intro.
Go on.
I want you to play that every time before he streams on Twitch. I want that sound clip.
Who, Choctaw Man or Choctaw Dog?
Both.
Choctaw's achievement is Bazooka Blitzkrieg Bop. In order to unlock Bazooka Blitzkrieg Bop, shoot 100 robots in the back. And I love a good Ramones reference. So thank you, Choctaw. Choctaw Puss on YouTube. Check him out. He just did a video of Fall Guys in real life.
What is that?
Fall Guys in real life?
What Fall Guys?
Fall Guys?
I keep hearing it everywhere, but I have no clue what it is.
I talked about it on the show. You should have asked me then.
Yeah, probably. But then it was like, this is still hot. I still should figure out what this is. And I haven't. So I was like, well, now I'll ask him.
You fucked up. Now you don't get to know.
Yes, that's right.
It's a video game.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ask me a shitty question, I give you a shitty answer.
What's Fall Guy? Let's Phil game.
What is the Fall Guys
All
thing?
right. What's it about? See, that's a question.
Yeah, right. It's American Gladiators, but you're jelly bean people.
No.
There you go.
All right. All right.
And usually you start out with like, I can't remember how many people. Let's just say 100. It's a multiplayer game with no voice chat. You all just kind of like run this like Takashi's Castle, kind of like obstacle course.
Oh.
And each time like people are outranked, you know, like you have to like, okay, it's a race through slime and it's like only 33 people get to go to the next round and there's 66 of you or whatever. So you're all like racing to the finish line and then it just goes down until there's just one person left.
Oh, that's cool.
And then that one person gets a Shoney's gift card.
Oh, fuck. Finally.
This
Brilliant.
game is single-handedly keeping Shoney's in business. The gift card
Or Shoney's is single-handedly keeping this game afloat.
the gift card is only good for one all-American hamburger, though.
Not cheeseburger. Hamburger.
Oh, would you like cheese? That's a $25 extra. That's Fall Guys, which I'm totally done with.
All right.
Because I got to win, and I'm like, okay.
There we go. I'm done.
Done. Delete.
Fair. I've got one achievement.
What you got?
It's he hates these cans.
Thank you.
And that is for, in the first level, shoot 100 cans. Not 100. They're not 100. 10. Shoot 10 cans.
There's 10 cans.
10 cans.
There's also, sometimes between cans, obviously a Jack Daniels bottle.
Yep.
Like, no other bottle is shaped like this. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not a 2-liter. That's a reference.
Right. That's liquor mahal.
That's a reference to alcohol in your video game, Super Nintendo.
Clearly not a Nintendo company.
Do you have any other achievements?
No, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm happy with my jerk reference.
I've got one called Cease and Desist. In order to unlock Cease and Desist, which sounds like something RoboCop would say. I don't know if he actually says that or not. But you just shoot a bunch of them in the dick, which I happen to do a lot. Not on purpose, just like...
I shot a lot of knees.
Just, yeah, a lot of toes, too, on that elevator level. Yeah. Because it's like, that's all you see for a minute. It's like the toes, and it's like, gotcha.
Because as soon as that gun appears, you're losing health.
Yep. Tyler, I have some questions for you. You already asked, or you already answered about toes. Toes. The developer. I would like to know how much you think this game is on average loose.
$3.92.
Tyler, actual retail value of Bazooka Blitzkrieg loose for the Super Nintendo on average, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, is $23.13.
Way more.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It might be, I don't know. I haven't price checked all of the Super Scope games, but like a lot of them are pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's why I thought they all had been. That's
Yeah.
gotta be the most expensive one so far.
You can get a new copy for $100.
Ooh.
I'm probably going to buy this game. Like $23, yeah. But I also want to collect the whole Super Scope set. You know?
Yeah, that's a good short-term goal, collection goal.
Yeah. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
do you think this game belongs on TADPOG's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
No. It would have to be better than Metal Combat.
So you just want one. You just want one Super Scope game?
I feel like one.
Even though Evo's on that list? And Sparkster? And Super Turrican 2? And Top Gear 2?
Power Rangers stuff.
I'm just saying.
So far, I would put Power Rangers and Metal Combat on that list.
I'm just saying I think there might be room on the list for more
Maybe Prince of
than
Persia.
one.
I'll put Prince of Persia on the top 100 as well.
But I don't think, I agree with you. I don't think that Bazooka Blitzkrieg belongs in the top 100.
No.
I think it's in my top half.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I mean, I can't have this experience anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is like the closest. Look, we haven't played all of the Super Scope games yet, but like so far, this is the only game that gives that arcade light gun that experience.
That's true. That's true.
Because I mean, as much as like Falcon's Revenge.
Is there not a House of the Dead port for Super Nintendo? For the Super Scope?
Unfortunately not. They didn't go back in time. I wish they would have, though. That would have been sweet. Tyler?
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would you give it?
I would give it a camo palette swapped Larry the Cable Guy beard.
Okay.
So just like a light green Larry the Cable Guy's beard.
So what you're saying is there should be a ROM hack of this game where the blue-collar comedians are all put into the game.
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense. There's 4 different colors of Cylons. There's 4 blue-collar comedy dudes.
And then all the bosses could be like Dane Cook and Carlos Mencia.
Oh, I thought they were going to be like just the Jack Daniels bottle, but big. A DVD copy of Varsity Blues.
I don't want your life, Varsity Blues.
Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg, I don't want your life. Billy Bob, blow up the mainframe.
Blitzkrieg Sama. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
What kind of glasses would I give this game? I'm trying to think. The Ray-Bans everyone had in the 90s. Just very generic sunglasses.
Okay. Like
they're good enough. Everybody's got them. It's fine.
The protagonist wears on every VHS, like teen comedy movie in the late 80s.
Yep.
Those?
Okay. Those.
All right.
It's okay. It's all right.
Uh-huh.
But it's nothing super special.
You don't have to be nice to this game just because I liked it.
Well, I gave it the shitty Larry the Cable Guy, so now I'm leaving it out a little bit.
Okay, I got you. Okay. All right. Okay.
You're right. This game, it's not horrible.
And again, like I said, I've been held ransom for the last fucking 4 games or whatever that the randomizer has given us. Our Patreon episode is on Mazin Saga Mutant Fighter, and I think that this game is better than Mazin Saga Mutant Fighter. Spoilers for the Patreon bonus episode.
There's a good 60% of that game that is not good at all.
I've been held hostage for a long time, and it's nice just to be like, oh, I get to see the sky for a minute. Oh, it's a gray sky, but that's still a sky.
It's still a sky. It's fine.
Still a sky, not a guy's dick in my ass.
Because that's not what you enjoy.
Right. No, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't like dicks or broomsticks in my ass. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
Do you have any more thoughts on Bazooka Blitzkrieg?
Nah.
Before we move on.
Not good, not bad. For me, it was just it was in the middle. You're right, it's a unique experience to the Super Nintendo. I cannot argue with that.
Would you like to know what Flopsy has to say about it?
I would love to know what Flopsy has to say about it.
The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Master Mold Mike, does have Bazooka Blitzkrieg in there. The availability, would you like to take a guess at how available this game is?
Uncommon.
Very uncommon. So close. It came out in 1992, and it is ranked 1.5 stars.
little low.
The reflections are by DG, who says, it is not a good game, but some quality use of parallax scrolling helps give Bazooka Blitzkrieg a sense of depth that its mechanics cannot.
I would give it 2 stars.
2 stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably more fair. They also the word chore is used in this review, which I mean, that's probably fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if it didn't have the novelty quality to it, then yeah. I mean, like, dude, playing this game with like a D-pad or something, get the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Get the
then it's
fuck
Revolution
out.
X. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Well, do you got any more questions?
I do. They're not Bazooka Blitzkrieg related though.
Oh shit.
I have a quiz that came in from Ross Rachel Green entitled Let's Blitz.
All right. All about NFL Blitz.
Or Ballroom Blitz.
All right. These questions are all based on Tia Carrera. Relic Hunter. Playboy.
You got the first 2 correct. You are drinking cold medicine like it is a soda.
Yep, 2 big pulls. That's what I do.
That's what you do?
Mm-hmm.
You got it measured out? You okay? I'm worried.
No, that's just what it takes.
That's what it takes?
Yep.
How many of those do you go through a week?
1.
1? Okay. All right.
4.
I don't know how a body processes that. You know, you're my friend and I love you. That's all.
I'm a tanky boy.
You are. You do have a high constitution. That is true. Ross says, to stay on the TADPOG theme of toilets being fixed, today my toilet is being fixed. I wonder if it's a boy toilet or a girl toilet.
It's an outhouse.
Yeah.
He's on the Isle of Man. There's nothing there.
Isle of Man, male toilet, it's being neutered.
He has to drive 10 minutes to find a toilet.
That is true. They're only allowed to have a
They'll make a
total
day out of it.
of 200 toilets on the island. Henry asked a lot of questions about what happens if all the toilets were flushed in the world at the same time. We found a YouTube video about it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Apparently the world would flood. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Well, gotta try it.
Ross continues, it's not really broken, but the plumbing is old as the house is Victorian and likely older than your country. So the plumbing is weird and we are trying to fit a second toilet and so need to get the soil pipe rerouted, which is what people are doing this morning. The soil pipe? Is that like where
It's
the
so
poo
old,
goes?
it's a pipe made of dirt.
In Victorian homes, we made all the plumbing out of dirt.
we just dug underground trenches. That's what plumbing is.
Wait, soil. It's different than dirt, right? Because like,
Is it?
Yeah, soil is like nutrient rich,
Oh,
right? And
so
dirt,
shit dirt.
yeah, shit dirt.
Shit dirt.
Dirt is like on a baseball diamond, right?
Okay.
They don't grow carrots out there.
Could.
I couldn't because it's not soil.
Well, yeah. If they can grow potatoes on the surface of Mars, we can grow carrots on a baseball
Sorry,
field.
wait, did they grow potatoes on Mars?
That's the theme of The Martian. Where Matt Damon's character, they're on a mission
Martian
to
Manhunter?
Mars. Martian Manhunter.
I haven't seen The Martian.
The Martian, I only know about it because I watched a film theory about it, about could it
see.
actually be done.
Nor have you seen The Martian, so they might not have made
I've seen all I need to know of The Martian.
potatoes.
Could you grow potatoes on the
Dan
surface of
Quayle
Mars?
presents The Martian. It was actually Dan Quayle's YouTube channel. So they grow potatoes in the
Don't
movie.
you remember when this could get you not elected president?
Yeah. Yeah. Weird times. That's one of those things where it's like, because I remember that happening when I was a kid and it being like parodied and like made fun of so much.
Or Howard Dean just going, "Rawr!" Nope, not my president.
Right? But like, because that happened when I was a kid and learning to spell, like I got anxiety about how to spell potato. And like, even to this day, I'm like, don't fuck up like that Dan Quayle guy did.
Don't you do it.
Don't do it.
What about tomato? Fuck!
Do you mean tobacco?
Well, see, that's one thing. And on a D&D game we play in together, we should play Druid Brothers, Poda and Toma, and we sell vegetables.
I'm down. Ross continues, there is a lot of noise, and it means that for at least the next few hours, I won't be allowed to poop.
Ugh.
Dennis sent me a video that he found on Reddit of
the turd rocket again. You guys analyzing it again?
I wish, man. I would have said that in the Mythbusters. I'd be like, hold up, I know Grant Imahara died, and that's real sad, but tell me how this man shit in his toilet.
You know Carrie's going to get on this. Come on.
I hope she does it. I hope she does it. I hope she has the sniffles.
I want Tori to see if he can do this.
Tori seems like our guy. Tori does seem like our guy who probably might get to the bottom of that.
So I've ingested a lot of Chinese food, and
have you heard of the subreddit? I think it's called People Dying Inside.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured you had.
It's like a cringe time.
Yeah. He sent me. So you might have seen this video, but he sent me this video last night of, and it is toilet related, of a fist fight that breaks out in a public restroom. And someone's filming it on their phone, like up on, like they're in a stall and with the door closed, and they've got the camera like up above, like they're holding the camera up above and seeing this fight. And these guys are fucking like fighting, like they're fighting, and like they're fighting to kill each other essentially. And it's like, oh my god, like, and they're fighting, and then they burst into a stall, and there's a guy shitting in that stall. And like they are just fighting each other right next to him, and like one of them like pins the other guy to the wall while the guy's shitting, and the guy is just like, he's got his like head down because he's probably worried he's gonna get knocked off the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
And then at one point he pulls his pants up like over his knees, like his knees are locked.
Don't look at my dick.
Right, exactly. I think I don't know what I would have done in that situation.
I would have probably just sat there and
Right?
just like, they'll be done in a minute.
They weren't though. They weren't, because like the guy just pinned him to the other guy to the wall, and then they like that guy just struggled for a long time.
Like I want to know the backstory. Like what?
Me too. Who knows?
I'm hoping it was a hookup that went wrong. It's like, all right, now you came, now you suck my dick. No, man, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna jet. No, fuck you,
that.
man.
Yeah, maybe it was. I haven't checked Craigslist recently. Ross continues. Anyway, these answers will follow the format Blitzkrieg. So the first answer will start with a B, the second with an L, and so forth.
Okay,
Would you like to begin?
let's do it.
First question. In this B, the protagonist crashes his dad's space car on the way to pick up his date. Are these Super Nintendo games?
What does he say? There's games.
He doesn't even say what they are. But I assume they're Super Nintendo games.
Bubsy.
Ooh, what about Bob?
Bob.
You know what I'm talking about? That like robot game that was
Yeah.
like...
Sure. Bob sounds good to me.
But I don't know. It could be Bubsy too.
Nah, it's probably Bob. Over cat guy in a shirt.
Or neither.
Or probably neither.
Probably neither of them. It's Bob!
Nice. Good job.
Holy shit. I remember seeing that advertised in, I think, Game Pro and Archie Comics. It's probably a really good one. Next question. This L is a racing game that supports the Super NES mouse and Super Scope somehow.
Oh,
What is that game?
It's
the
one where
Lamborghini.
Yeah, where
isn't it?
you can blow up shit. There's like a weird little mode where you can shoot the other cars or
Is
whatever.
it like Lamborghini Challenge?
Something? Yeah, sure. That sounds pretty close. I know we've heard of it. So
All right. We'll just say Lamborghini
Challenge.
Locking it in. It is Lamborghini American Challenge.
get it.
2/3 credit.
I think that's right. I think we get that one. Yeah, 2/3.
Next question. This I has the same initials as the International Space Station? So ISS.
Uh-huh. The game has the same initials?
Yeah. This I has the same initials as the International Space Station.
International Superstar Soccer.
International Superstar Soccer?
Yep.
All right, locking it in. It is International Superstar Soccer. Well done, Tyler.
Thank you.
With a sports game, nonetheless.
I'm quite the ballist.
You are. Henry and I played a little soccer in the yard this weekend.
Yeah?
And I'm out of shape.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Real bad.
I got sore cleaning the house this weekend.
I'm out of shape real bad. There were several times where I'm like, I got to catch my breath. And then like 10 minutes later, Henry's like, are you ready, Dad? No. No.
No, I'll see you tomorrow.
You got me running around this yard like a fucking madman. No, because you have limitless energy. Next question. This T is based on a television series that was at one point narrated by Ringo Starr. Bonus points for knowing Ringo's real name. Sounds like something you'd probably know.
This is George Carlin replaced Ringo eventually.
George Carlin
Yeah.
replaced Ringo. Is this
Shine Time Station.
Thomas the Tank Engine deal?
He was on it, yeah, but it's like Sunny Time Station or...
Ringo was on there?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. So T, Thomas, right? It's
So
a T
maybe
game.
maybe
Thomas
Thomas.
the Tank Engine?
Yeah,
Was there a Super Thomas?
probably. I would think so.
All right. What's Ringo Starr's real name?
Blingo.
Blingo Blar. I'm gonna when I read it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, but I can't just say it.
I don't know.
All right, logging it in. It is Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and his real name is Richard Starkey. Or Starkey.
Good change. I am the Starkey.
Next question. This Z was from the nth dimension. That's Zen, I believe.
Never heard of it.
Zen. I think he had a one-issue crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it was published by Archie. I think. I think it's Zen. It's like Zen, the Alien Ninja, or something like that.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is. Fuck. It's Zool. There is no Dana, only Zool. Ninja of the nth dimension.
1/3 credit.
Close.
We'll round that out. That
Yeah,
2/3.
close-ish. Sorry. I was very confident on that.
1/3. 1/3. It's fine.
Next question. This K stars an American girl named Josephine, Joe, who goes to Japan to attend a summer kendo school. Her personal trainer, Osaki Bob Yoritomo, asks her to fight monsters on the way to school.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Starts with a K, though. Coco's Bizarre Adventure.
Kendo. Fight your way to school.
It is probably like Kendo. Was there a game called like Kendo Star or something like that?
Ken Star, the guy.
Kendo Burns.
Remember the anime version of the Bill Clinton trial where it was Kendo Star?
I've read the Dojin. Wasn't as good as real life.
I still also want to plug again Monica Lewinsky's Twitter. So good.
That should be a new segment.
Yeah, we're just read some of Monica Lewinsky's tweets.
What do you want to do? Kendo Fighter?
Yeah, sure.
Logging it in. It is Kendo Rage.
Have credit.
Half credit. Next question. Unfortunately, this R does not star the similar named Furyan.
What?
Unfortunately, this R does not star the similar named Furyan.
Would you spell Furyan?
What a weird question.
Well, that's a stupid one. Now I got to ask a weird one.
Furyan. Furyan?
Furyan.
Fu Ryan?
Oh, okay. So Rue Ryan. The similarly named. Is that what it said? Similarly named?
Unfortunately, this R does not star the similar named Furyan or Fu Ryan.
I have no clue. That doesn't even make sense to me. So
Just Ryan then?
just Ryan.
Ryan Fu?
Ryan Fu.
Ryan Fu. Locking it in. It is Riddick Bow Boxing.
Well, never in a million years. I don't even understand
the question.
That. Yeah.
All right. Next question. This eye stars the mascot of the Atlanta 1996 Summer Olympics.
That was in Atlanta.
Yeah. The Atlanta 1996 Summer Olympics.
Pretty sure it was a bomb.
Well, I was about to say, was it the mascot an exploding van?
With that big security guard with the walrus mustache? Richard something, I think was his name.
Richard Diabetes.
Richard.
This eye stars the mascot of the Atlanta 1996 Summer Olympics. So it has to be like international games or something, like is it an Olympics, off-brand Olympics
I'm
game?
trying to think what the mascot was.
I don't know. I don't know that that's going to help us either, because I doubt the game's named after the mascot, but maybe it is.
Oh, I'll see. I would bet it is. Ichabod Crane.
Ichabod Crane presents 1996
He was like
Summer
looming
Olympics.
over all the rings. Pretty sure that's what it was. He had all of them on his nose. He had like nose rings and shit.
Man, what a great Olympic Games. I'm glad we didn't die.
Ichabod Crane from Clay Fighter.
Ichabod Crane presents 1996 Summer Olympics. Locking it in. It is Izzy's quest for the Olympic rings.
Okay.
Next question. This E was created for Almanac, the developer of Mazin Saga Mutant Fighter, apparently. This E was created for Almanac. Evo.
Evo.
It's
Yes.
Evo.
Yep.
Search
You
for
were correct.
Eden. Locking it in. It is Evo. Search for Eden.
All right. Good pull.
Thank you, Patreon episode. Next question. This G is a run and gun game, which is very reminiscent of Metal Slug and was developed by Irem.
Well, it's not. I would think Gunstar Heroes, but are these Super Nintendo games?
I don't know, man. It's probably Gun something, though.
Yeah. Gunstar.
Gunstar.
Just Gunstar. Gun.
Izzy's Quest. Oh, no, it starts with G.
Gizzy's Quest.
Gizzy's Quest. Gizmo's back in machine gun form.
Never said don't set one on fire and see what happens.
Yeah, they never said don't give one a Gatling gun. You saw what he did with that
They
paper
turned
clip,
into Terminators.
rubber band. Yeah. Locking it in.
Sure.
It is, in fact, Gun Force.
Gun Force.
Gun Force. Last question. You walk into an unused meeting room at work and see two older, unattractive female coworkers scissoring frantically that have not noticed your presence. What do? Part of me thinks I would leave quietly and retch behind the door. Part of me thinks I would probably just sit and watch because I have never seen that before. Scissor me timbers. What would you do, Tyler? What would you do?
Quietly back out of the room, just like all of them finish. There.
Yeah, I would be very embarrassed and also leave.
Chase your bliss. There you go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I would also leave and hope that I wasn't seen. But then later on, I'd be like, you know what? Even if they saw me, it's probably okay because they're not going to bring it up.
Probably.
But if they do, maybe it's a three-way with two older, unattractive coworkers, right?
Or do they see you, and if they get in trouble, they say, oh, Tyler and Dave were there.
Oh, we were both there?
We were both there.
We were also scissoring.
We found them. Yeah. They interrupted our scissoring.
Get out! Get out, Susan!
Where, if I say we wouldn't, what would we do instead of scissor? We would...
Sword fight.
Sword fight?
Yeah, I think that's the equivalent, right? Or docking. Neither of us can dock, so
No, we can try real hard.
it might hurt. We could probably get it done.
We can turtleneck.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't mentioned this because like it never really came up, but I've been trying to like regrow my foreskin by like just stretching it out with weights and stuff.
I've read you can do that.
Really? I was joking.
Yeah, I've read you can do
That's
that.
a thing you can do. I'm sure.
I don't know if you can, but I've read that.
You've read that people have tried.
People have tried.
Yeah. I'm sure that you could probably stretch some skin out. It's probably not the same though, is my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to get that back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the
All
quiz.
right. Well,
thank you, Ross.
I enjoyed that quiz, Ross. But now. Looking forward to this because I want to know. I want to get it over with. I'm going to grab this batter up peripheral.
Oh, yeah.
But Wild and Crazy Kid style. One on the ground, my forehead on the other end. Spin around, point my no-no in a random direction. Say the prayer. We all have to say.
Right. Let's do it.
Be-doo, boo-doo, be-doo, boo-doo, be-doo, boo-doo, be-doo, boo-doo, boop, boop, boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
6-9. Nice. 2.
692.
692.
Ooh.
Double the pleasure.
That's like.
Quadruple the pleasure.
Is that like the W's?
It is the W's. You're very good at numbers and letters. You're like really honing in on that. It is the W's. This is a game I've never heard of in my life, but
Trying to think what's a W game. What's a W game I've never heard of?
all right,
Just Wizard. Is there one just named called just Wizard?
probably. It's not this one though. Start naming Nickelodeon game shows. And
What would you do? Whoa, what would you do?
Got it. Nailed it. Got any more?
Let's start with a W.
It does.
Wubbleware.
What was the setup for that game show?
A bunch of people with speech impediments dove into noses.
Go to a Tupperware party. There was one about like kids who were like, they were crazy. They do like crazy
Oh,
things.
wild.
Whoa. Okay. Wild.
Wild and crazy kids.
Wild is the first word. Second word
Wildcats?
is an animal, but it is not a cat.
Wild dogs?
All right. Colder.
Wild lions?
Colder.
Colder? It's colder than cats, lions, dogs. Lambs?
Warmer.
Okay. All right. So it's more toward the edible spectrum, I guess. Wild cows?
Colder. Think different phylum. I don't know if that's the right one or
Wild rams?
not. Think creatures who might rely on the warmth of an exterior to stay alive, as opposed to generating their own warmth.
Wild mammoths?
Think reptiles.
Wild iguanas?
It is wild snake. Wild snake.
Wild lamb? Warmer?
It's smaller than a lion.
I'm just thinking like, man,
I don't know.
there are too many animals. Why they gotta be so many animals?
What's closer to a snake?
Cat, dog, horse, lamb, lion, we're done. That's all there should be.
What's closer to a snake, a lamb or a lion? Real Christian themes here. Snake, lamb, lion.
Well, lions got hand fangs.
Just like a snake.
They got mouth fangs. Lions got hand fangs.
Oh, so all these animals has mouths.
They has
They
mouths.
has mouths.
Lamb don't have no mouth.
Wild Snake by Spectrum Holobite. You know them.
Ugh. All right, wild snake.
That's probably going to be great.
Not tame snake, wild snake. Very 80s. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find this show on YouTube, Stitcher, not SoundCloud,
Nope.
iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube,
Kind of. Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Next episode, Wild Snake. Wild Snake. We're on Facebook, TADPOG on Facebook.
We are.
Got Tadpog Nation if you're a fan.
That's a Facebook group.
And then, but if you like your Tadpog chat organized into nice little channels and you're a good little boy, then that'd be the Discord. Mm-hmm. All the links to all that's on the show notes. Tadpog.com. We're on Instagram and Twitter. Tadpog_podcast. Have we given out the Twitch URL verbally?
Not in a while.
Okay.
It's way easier to just search for Tadpog on Twitch. But it is twitch.tv/Tadpog.
Okay.
I mean, it's just longer to say that, you know?
Yeah.
Just search for Tapdog on Twitch. You might pull it up.
Yeah.
I stream on Sunday nights if you want to come hang out.
Hell yeah.
I'll be playing Wild Snake, whatever the fuck that is.
Playing with your wild snake.
Oh, it's not wild.
No, it's...
That's a very docile boy. Yeah. He knows where home is.
Yeah, there you go. Anything else? Shirts.tadpog.com. Got the Soda Jerk shirts out.
Yep. Thank you, Jonathan Wilson.
I guess most importantly, though, we got that Patreon. I don't know if you want to send us something. That's Tadpog. Nicole, Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. 3785 Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you want to call us, leave us a voicemail, 270-883-2555.
Oh, all the mailing stuff reminds me. I heard from Voltar. Remember the whole thing last time?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think I'm going to send it. I heard from him, and the P.O. box was a Kentucky P.O. box. So I'm like, and he was super nice. And it was like, okay, I'll send it. Because it's like, I don't need I've already got a Super Nintendo set up. Like, even if this takes forever, whatever.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and send it out. Despite him living, or at least the P.O. box being 3 hours away, the package has to go to 2 other states before it can get to him. So I literally could have drove it to the post office and been like, could you put this in Voltaire's box, please? And it would have been way faster than the 5 days that it takes to get to him. But he also, Grim pointed this out to me. He sent me a tweet of Voltaire saying that he's updated his turnaround times to 6 to 8 weeks. So it's that's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just put it out there.
That's good to just put it out there. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to get it back and get that going.
So Patreon, Grim forgot to reduce his pledge, and that's the only one we have. So there you go.
we have 2 games that Grim wants us to do for bounties. We need to figure out which one we're going to do first between Command and Conquer and Metal Gear Solid. So, and then we've also got. I need to talk to you about another bounty that someone wants us to do.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So we can do that. We can do that off OTM.
Oh, yeah.
Off the mics.
That's something for work, too, so you confuse me for just a second.
Otter to mouth?
Yep. Do we have any executive producers to thank?
I do. We've got a few executive producers to thank. These are people who donate to us $20 or more a month on patreon.com/Tadpog. Usurper Grimm, Steve Dixon, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Cousin David Galino, Platinum member Brett Miller, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Joseph Phillips, Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Plinko Nick Price, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Paul Anderson, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, and Demented Living. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Still love Plinko Nick. I think that's the best
Plinko
title
Nick.
to come up with.
Plinko Nick.
Well, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Tribe. Look at that track behind the show. It's at tadpog.com. How you want to close this one out, Dave?
As what we think the main character of Wild Snake is going to sound like.
Okay.
If he had a voice. Or she.
Yeah. I don't know.
Totally, yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know.
So until next time, Tropical Capricorn. It's a robot. What's his name?
I went like hair, like glam metal.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Probably not going to be a good game.
No.
Haven't heard of the game before. Haven't heard of the developer before.
Watch it be a fucking soccer game for some reason.
Yeah. Or an Olympics game.
Wild Snake. Snake stands for soccer.
Soccer ninjas are killing everything.
And it's just a bland ass soccer game.
I guarantee you we just wrote a better video game than we're going to have to play.
Yeah.
Because that sounds actually pretty sweet.
The ball's a human head. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like old school soccer.
It's Aztec soccer.
Right. Yeah. I'm down. It's a fighting game and a soccer game.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Every time you score a goal, you have to Majin Fighter style go to like a Rock'em Sock'em Robot where you kick ahead at each other.
I thought you said Mahjong Fighter for a moment. I got real excited.
We can do that too.
I've never played Mahjong. I assume it's weird dominoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's play weird dominoes.
Or just dominoes. Any domino game where you're not just knocking them over is weird dominoes.
Domino Rally. Were you a Domino Rally kid?
I have no idea what that is.
Really? Mm-mm. They're like the pre-made tracks, like the plastic tracks, but they've got like dominoes like on hinges. So you can like lift the track up, right? And then like turn it to like a 45-degree angle and all the dominoes reset. And then you just set them down. And they're modular, so you can make like long tracks.
I'd never heard of that.
Cool idea. I don't know how much they were because I was a kid.
Yeah.
But probably way more expensive than just buying a bunch of dominoes.
Right? You're right. Are you rich and bored? Domino tracks.
Yeah.
Have you heard of your domino tracks? In the pizza tracker when you order from Domino's. Yeah.
Do you keep an eye on the Domino's tracker when you order?
Roughly.
We used to.
Roughly.
Yeah. It was a very novel thing at first, where it's like, ooh, Paula is putting our pizza in the oven.
Then whenever on Reddit you see, you just put in whatever. Hitler is ready your pizza.
Say what?
I've seen that where like
I don't want that guy near an oven.
Yeah, exactly.